Helen Davis is here, editorial projects director for the Sunday Times. Hello.
Hello, Mike.
I once took a limo, a stretch limousine, in fact, when I was first in America, because for some reason I didn't have a driving licence. I can't remember why, or I hadn't passed an American test or something. And I landed at West Palm Beach Airport, and I had to take I had to take a limo to Fort Lauderdale or something, which is not terribly far, but it was about $100, which at the time I thought, oh, is anybody going to pay this? Because I was about 23, and I thought, oh God, it's going to be awful. And they were just like, yeah, fine, whatever, welcome to journalism.
Well, these numbers are entirely different.
You've got the Sunday Times rich list, but let me just, before we get on to that, a little bit of breaking news, which is really, really bad news, I'm sorry to say. 2 firefighters, a member of the public, have died. 2 other firefighters are also seriously injured after a former RAF base in Bicester. Multiple explosions were heard as a blaze ripped through the former RAF base. Nobody knows why yet. Smoke screened for miles. I think you're just watching some footage there. It happened overnight. Police bosses described the situation as absolutely awful. So we'll bring you more on that as the day, of course, unfolds. And the more we find out about it, we'll bring it to you as well. Helen, so back to you. So the Sunday Times rich list, I mean, one of the things that I spotted earlier this week was the incredible sort of rise of the asylum hotel king. Graham King.
Yes.
King of the asylum hotels, right? Yeah. He's now a billionaire.
He debuted last year in the rich list as a millionaire and multimillionaire, and now already in 12 months he's a billionaire. Due to a very lucrative government contract.
Yes.
And also Alex Langsam, who is also houses, he's also in the list as well, but not at billionaire status yet.
But he will be soon.
He could be, yes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Have you noticed anybody, I mean, I know lots of people have talked about millionaires and billionaires moving out of London and moving away from Britain because of the way the economy's going, because of the fact that has that had any effect at all, or not really?
No, absolutely. This is a really interesting list this year. There's a lot more change than usual, and we see a record fall in the number of billionaires who are calling the UK home.
Right.
It's the 3rd successive year that's gone down.
Okay.
Our minimum entry is flatlined. Admittedly, it's at 350 million, but all of it paints a picture of just how less attractive the UK is becoming to the wealthy to make their home and to keep their businesses in.
So your criteria for being on the list is that you have to have your home in Britain, basically?
A home, your HQ of your company, the predominance of your wealth, or own a British passport.
Right.
And so, there's obviously big global names on it. Gopi Hinduja is still number 1.
Right.
His fortune's gone down by 2 billion, but he's still got 35 billion.
Bless him.
Yeah, bless him. He's at number 1. But yeah, really interesting sort of state of affairs where, tech entrepreneurs are no longer looking at London to start their businesses.
Right.
People are fleeing to Monaco.
And Dubai is also a big destination for
and Dubai, yes. In fact, we've got one debut on the list from there, a guy called James Stevens. He just sold Dubai's most expensive property. So he left a previous career in, I think it was an office furniture or something like that. And anyway, he's gone over to Dubai and he's debuted on the rich list.
And become, what was an estate agent there or something like that?
Yeah.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well, topped the 2018 rich list, has seen the biggest fall in his wealth, down by 6.473 billion. Does that have anything to do with him buying Manchester United?
No, I couldn't testify to that. I mean, that doesn't help. No, it's mainly due to Trump's tariffs. So we've had the issues from the Treasury with last October's budget, and then we've also got Trump's tariffs that came right in the middle of our valuation period and just sort of threw it all into chaos. So it has been one of the most complicated years there has been. And so Trump's tariffs genuinely affect Ratcliffe, and we had to mark him down.
Yeah, because of course one of the things he sells, I guess, to America is cars, right?
Yeah, cars and gas.
Yeah, which is not really a good thing. I mean, I suppose if you had Britain as a sort of rich list nominee or something, we would have fallen massively down, probably out of the billionaires league altogether, because of the way that the economy's going.
We could do. I'm not going to testify to that. Those are the figures I don't have. But look, it's the portrait it paints is quite gloomy for the wider economic health of the UK. But we also want to say there are loads of interesting success stories in it. It's not all doom and gloom. We've got some amazing young entrepreneurs in our 40 under 40 list. We've got Tim and Phil Behan. They're 2 brothers who, from the Wirral, one played cricket, one played football. Careers didn't go anywhere, so they wanted to create a brand that was going to beat Adidas or Nike. they've done so. They've entered the rich list for the first time this year.
Okay.
So, and they're the boys behind Castori.
Okay.
You'll have seen.
I've never heard of it, but then I'm not very trendy, so you know. What can
it's
I say?
England and rugby. Rugby and football teams.
All right, cool.
Will wear it. Yeah.
Great. So Sunday Times this weekend.
Yes.
Catch it online.
It's all online right now
Yeah.
at thesundaytimes.com/richlist, and there's
Okay.
a special magazine with even more content and amazing features on Sunday.
And I always, it's the one you should always buy, because it's nice to actually have the magazine to leaf through. For those of us who are old enough to know what to do, you just turn the pages. You don't do that. You just turn the pages. It's really good. It's really well put together. Great to see you. Thank you, Helen. Very good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.